eat my yogurt while you're doing it.
Well, the Hangout just went live as you said that, so sorry. That is now captured for as long as YouTube remains, which hopefully is maybe for a few more years while we enjoy this. Anyway, anyone watching this in the hindsight of the future, dear listener, this is a game that was arranged through the Gauntlet, which is a community in the internet that gets together and plays lots of really cool, mostly independent tabletop role-playing games, story games, indie games, OSR games, all that good fun. You can find them at gauntlet-rpg.com. There's a link down below. They do lots of cool stuff. Like they have a fairly like busy blog. They have a monthly zine with lots of like supplements and cool original games. They just put out their just forums. They have a wide podcast network, and of course, they have the Gauntlet Hangouts calendar through which this game was arranged. This game in particular is Mutants in the Night, a Forged in the Dark game written by DC at Dungeon Commander on Twitter, without the R. Links down below for their Twitter and for the link to this game. This is a Forged in the Dark game, as mentioned, about mutants, people with strange, wondrous powers being forced together, in a world that doesn't like them and whatnot. But before we kind of get into the game itself, let's kind of introduce ourselves, players and whatnot first, and then we'll get into safety tool discussion and then get back into the game. So my name's Leandro. I'm the host, I guess, GM for this series. This is the first of 5. I use he, him pronouns. And yeah, I'll just call out on my screen here, which is in alphabetical order, just your name and your pronouns. Want to shout out something, go ahead. If not, it's not mandatory. Start with yourself, Sawyer.
Hello, I'm Sawyer, also known as Ferret sometimes. Don't really care what you call me. I use he, him pronouns, but again, not really arsed which ones you use when you call me. I will answer to anything. I am playing Shaniqua Lafayette, the Silence. She is also known as Slaytina and is the best, bombest rapper in the Mutant Safe Zone. If you have any complications or qualms with that, she can shut you up very easily. And I am hopefully getting a new Monster Hearts 2 product out sometime in May. It looks like it has been pushed back a little bit, but we'll see.
If it's the thing I played in last month, look forward to that. If not, still look forward to that because Ferret does Monster Hearts 2 good. Yeah, up next, Pablo, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Pavel. I use he, him pronoun. And today I'm playing Cherry Jones. Goes by the Mist nickname. She's prestige. She likes to play with the illusions. Before all of this mutant collapse, she used to be a stage performer, like a magician. But now she's doing more of a graffiti, even though she sometimes goes and does performance on stage for kids. But yeah, she's this kind of social justice fighter.
Fab, can't wait to see her in action. And last but not the least, Will, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Will, he, him, and I am playing Harrison Blake, aka Thinner. He is he, him as well. And he is a very tall, very, very skinny, kind of androgynous-y sort of looking, but very striking guy with superhuman strength and resilience. And he is sort of, despite his powers, he is more of a thinker than a mouth or a doer. And he's also kind of a bit of he's an armchair social activist, we might say.
I can't wait to drag him out of that armchair then. All right, so before we get into the game, let's talk about safety. It's always good to talk about what tools we have so that we're playing in a safe and comfortable environment, because that's the most important part. We have lines and veils for just explaining to anyone who might be watching. Lines are things that won't be crossed, just won't show up in fiction at all. It's just off the table, so to speak. Veils are things that can happen in fiction, but we're not going to concentrate on it. It'll happen off camera, or we'll throw a veil over them as per the parlance goes. Like, they can still happen, we're just not going to focus on them. We are also using the X card here for this series. Basically, if we roll into a scene where some folks are made uncomfortable for whatever reason, maybe it reminds them of something, or there's even like a specific name or something like that, they can say they want to X card that. They can make the symbol on screen or on the roll for your party or on the chat. I usually try to make sure that I can see all of those, and if that's played, I might ask specifically what's being X carded, but no one gets to question the card when it's used. If it happens, it happens. We'll roll back and try a different approach. And finally, there's an open door policy. Here on this table, basically what it means is that for any reason, if any of y'all need to step away from the table, whether there's an emergency, or you're more tired than you thought and you need a nap or something like that, or even just like you need a break right now and you don't want to wait for me to call a break, that can be called at any time. Like I said, it's all about being comfortable. Right, so Mutants in the Night, like I mentioned, it is a world where, yeah, you're all mutants and you're in this ghetto in this city. Off broadcast, we made our city, which is basically Chicago, if a bit more dark city. We've kind of like determined exactly, where our Mutant Safe Zone is, kind of like what's it like, the melting pot culture clash pressure cooker feel of this ghetto. How normal humans feel. There is like a younger generation of quote unquote woke people who hang out in the ghetto not because they believe in, not because, well, they kind of believe, but you know, it's more cool to be there because it's the in thing. We've kind of like determined, you know, our folks' relationships with each other. So I do kind of want a sense of how your characters exist in the world. So I'm kind of like gonna hard frame a scene of yourselves and your, like, we call it base of operations, but it is more like kind of like where y'all hang. I guess I do want a good idea of, like, say where y'all hanging at this community center. We've kind of determined it's like this old reclaimed community center. So let's say it's afternoon. School's out, so to speak, or if it's still a few more hours, it's dusk or whatnot. What are folks doing back at base? I'll start with well, I'll give you a minute to think, but I'll start with our order in the character keeper, which will start with our prestige with Mist. Also, yeah, I also want to say it here on broadcast that you've all kind of come together. A common goal is to, you know, break down the barrier society, have rights again, make mutants accepted rather than be in this ghetto zone, so to speak. All right. So yeah, Mist. What do we see like of Mist, of Cherish Jones, kind of like just in the community center, so to speak?
I think we actually see Cherish outside of our building. She is with her friend Stefan, who's a drag queen, and we are kind of finishing to putting a base paint over some graffiti who someone made on our building overnight, just like to let us know that they think that they can put a graffiti anywhere. And we were just like finishing putting a base paint on it, and we're gonna like make a new cool graffiti. And because we are good at this, like some people on the street just like stay down or like go to the bar because we are just next to the bar, bring their drinks outside and the chairs, and they're like going to watch us work because we have like some mechanical spray painter ready to like paint it like very detailed, and we are like going through the plan because we don't have it like fully laid out, and we are thinking what should we do on this graffiti, and the people are like starting to gather to watch us work.
Nice. I very much like that image. Yeah. So that's what we see of Miss. What about Slaytina?
She has taken up residence in the old office, like one of the offices of the community center, because it had this ginormous printer, for lack of better words. And she is basically on the computer that is in the room, like putting the last Photoshop touches on her newest poster and having it printed out on this industrial printer so she can put up flyers for the new release of her new album, Mutants or something rocks, ROXXX, with the X's very prominent, and it's her like putting it should be like a heart-shaped lip on her, but it looks like she drew a butt because she is quite yeah. She's not subtle.
Her name is Slaytina. If she was subtle, I'd be highly disappointed. And
Oh no, and the album is just XX extra large lovin'.
that's beautiful. All right, and Thinner. What about you?
So Thinner is actually nursing one of the crappy beers that we managed to get from the bar. And he is trying to hide himself away in between like a very narrow space that would be claustrophobic for anyone who wasn't as rail thin as him. And he's just sort of squatted down there, leaning against the wall with a battered paperback in one hand and a beer in the other, and just trying to get a moment's peace away from the sort of louder personalities of his colleagues.
All right, so I think I did mention that, like, there is a lot of other communities that looking for work or whatnot, but I think this time one of them is going to come to you, just because I realized I would like for Will to get some time rolling dice before he has to go, because he has to go before for you all. So I think what's going to happen is, as on the outside, Charisse, you and Stefan are doing your latest masterpiece. Have you figured out what it is?
I think it's a DJ's booth, and someone similar to Slaytina is over the DJ, just like doing the mixing the sound. But I still need to ask her if she wants to be like perfectly on this graffiti or kind of. So far it's kind of like a grotesque of a DJ person, like over at the DJ's booth with all the mixers and.
Yeah, I think Stefan's like, I'm pretty sure she'd be down for that if you like just put like title of her latest album, whatever the hell she's chilling. I'm sure she'd be fine. Come on, should just ask.
Yeah, I have no idea where she is. She's like gone from here, so we'll have to wait.
I think that's when Slaytina comes out with like an armful full of the new the new poster she's going to be putting up.
Hey, Slaytina, a question over here. A question.
Oh, what's up, girl?
We are putting together with Stefan this graffiti of a DJ. I was just wondering if you would like to pose for us. If you want to be on the graffiti, we can like try to make it more like you over at the DJ's booth, but you will need to like pose for us for half an hour so we get the person done. Do you want to be on the do you want to be on the graffiti?
And she'll put the posters down, like put a rock on it to weight them down, and just strike like the sultriest pose. Get all the curves and swerves in this.
Okay, let's get down to job.
Okay. We're not going to roll dice for this. This is ridiculous. Unless you want to do a fortune roll, see how well it does. But No, we can trust Cherish has good abilities, but is good at what she does. But I think maybe 10 minutes after you kind of do this, the Stefan kind of like pats you on the shoulder, Cherish, and they're like, yeah, there's this like, and they kind of point to the crowd, and you see in the crowd there's this young girl, maybe like 12, in this not this fairly weather beaten like beige winter coat. She's got dark hair. I think she looks like of Chinese descent. She looks like, you know how it is when you're like, when you want to talk to someone, you're on the edge of a crowd, but like you don't know what to say. But she's kind of like not hovering over the pool, trying to figure out the jump. And I think someone's like, I think there's a kid wants to talk.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, if you can like carry over me, carry after me, I will go and talk to the girl.
All right. Don't know if Slaytina is going to be up for that, but I'll make do.
Yeah, give her this special touch like you always do, and I will just like go down the ladder and just like go talk. I will just like just like take a seat just next to the girl and just like. So what do you think of it?
It's a lot. it's a lot. Are you the folks who get stuff done?
I know people who get stuff done over here. We need to never speak the names out loud. You never know who's listening. But I can get you. I can get you in touch.
Yeah, I have a friend outside the safe zone, but well, we've been emailing and stuff. She's one of us, but she's kind of she got her powers recently. She's not in a place where she wants out. She wants to get here. She's not safe.
Cool. Hey, listen, I have some ice creams inside in the fridge. Let's go and talk over there.
Do you have a raspberry swirl?
Excuse me?
Do you have a raspberry swirl?
Yeah, I think so. And as we are like walking, as I'm taking her inside, I just like wave at Thinner and at Slaytina to just like meet me inside.
So like, what's the room where you meet your, I wouldn't say clients, well, I guess people who come to you for jobs and whatnot. But what's this room like? Is this just where Thinner is?
Yeah, maybe that's just where Finner is. He's just sat there and he just looks down from his book. Like, I imagine it's, it would have once upon a time been a back office for the community center. And you can still see the posters on the walls and things, right? And like maybe even some of them are from, have you checked your child for the mutant gene? That kind of thing, faded and tattered on the walls. Like a folding crappy, what's that plasticky wood called? Table, like should have been left behind about a good 20, 30 years ago, but it's still here, being propped up with sellotape and things.
Nice. Yeah. So Cherish comes in with this girl who's making sure you have raspberry swirl. Do you have raspberry swirl?
We have raspberry swirl right over there.
And think she kind of sits. She sits and she's waiting to be served like this. And yeah, I think you can. Oh, go on.
Yeah, I will go to the fridge and bring her the raspberry something. It could be actually strawberries, but yeah, you have to get by what we have.
I think you also noticed that her skin flickers as if like every couple seconds her skin kind of turns invisible and just flickers in and out. You can tell this is a girl who won't be able to hide herself out in the safe outside of the safe zone. But she's kind of like she takes the ice cream, which I think it probably is raspberry, and just kind of quietly eats. As I guess the three of you is Slaytina back here, so I'm assuming the graffiti's done. Or maybe she's just eating just in time for you to finish, Slaytina, so you can get in here.
I would say I think like they're talking with this girl, like they're giving her the ice cream, and like just like silently, even though she's in like these 4-inch heels, she just sort of strolls in, like, looks down at the ice cream choice. Oh, good taste. And just flumps down in a chair, but again, there's no noise.
I think she actually flinches at that because there is no noise. And I think once the three of you are kind of there, she kind of finishes eating and she looks at the three of us like, wait, I thought there were 5 of you.
The other 2 are out doing stuff, helping folks. So for tonight, there is only 3 of us. So yeah, if you can like tell us more about this this friend of yours that needs to like why does she need help getting in here? Like the normals just like would gladly throw anyone in here.
And I think her eyes kind of darken and she kind of like she leans down as if there are people could hear. Maybe there are, and she's like, because she says like she can do like really cool things. So she said, like we Snapchatted and she has like galaxies in her eyes, and she says she can do really powerful stuff. But her parents, they kind of work for the government, and they want her to like be a soldier for them, and she doesn't want that. So she needs help getting out. And I heard from the other littles that you all are like kind of like heroes or something, and you do stuff like that, and then well, you have Raspberry Swirl, so I think you folks are probably really cool, but
It's okay. It's a calm down. We're not going to throw you out on your ass. This sounds serious. Now, you are obviously a very smart and capable young woman. What other information can you give us about? Do you know where she lives? Did you track the address from the Snapchat?
yeah. Well, the thing is, my friend Carolyn, no, she wants out. She pulls out her phone, and she'll give you kind of the details. She'll give you the address, and it's a mansion house, in the somewhat nicer part of town.
And does Carolyn want into the mutant zone or out of the mutant zone?
Into the mutant zone.
Gotcha.
She wants out from where out from her parents. She wants to run away.
Mm-hmm.
Has Carolyn ever been to the mutant zone?
No. Maybe I might have made it sound cooler than it is.
Because I would trade, well, here for there any day of the week.
Yes, but sometimes people get into family situations where anywhere is better than where they are.
Well, we'd be willing to help, little lady, but people like us get strange looks in places like that.
She's kind of like looking down at her phone and trying to figure out like what I was going to say. I mean, we could pay you like the other kids. We have like a small fund. We can give you stuff. It's just she sounded like she really wants out from there.
don't worry. I think I have a way we could get there. Are her family? Do they spoil her any? They would they be willing to do anything she wanted to get her into being a soldier, like hiring some muty musical or stage act?
Um, just thinking about it. I'm gonna make a fortune roll. I'm gonna disclaim some decision making here. See if well, oh, that's a 6. So I think she's like, yeah. No, they. If I didn't live here and she keeps inviting me to these like birthday parties or like in ridiculous. Apparently, last year she got like a really big like teddy bear. That's like 2 Carolines bigger than her. Like
Yeah, and Slaytina looks at the other two. It's like, we can do the general face, and y'all two are my bodyguards. They hire me for the musical act. I sing, you two get her out. And if things go balls to the wall, I do too.
I was thinking it more like, get the girl into the car and drive here after school. But if you wanna get in there, sure.
They work for the government. These kids might be able to pay us. Secrets pay for themselves.
yeah,
Now that you mentioned pay, that's actually good. Yeah, let's do it. We can use some funds to funnel into the community. Yeah.
Sounds good.
all right. I think this girl. I think of her name. Her name's Julie. Yeah, she kind of nods and it's looking at you with wide eyes, and looks at the ice cream. It's like,
Yeah, I think Slaytina's like, have you ever had vanilla mixed with honey, little one?
vanilla.
Oh, girl, come with Slaytina and we will discover a world of flavors.
All right. So it sounds like you have a plan and a mission. So to take a leaf out of the Blades book, you don't have to actually plan the plan out. We will just roll an engagement roll, see how well you're doing. So let's go through what we have. Let's see. So start with 1d6 for sheer luck. And let's see if there's any advantages or disadvantages. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? Oh, so you don't even pick like a type of plan here in Mutants in the Night. You just go and do a plan. Interesting. All right. So yeah, it sounds bold. Oh, go on.
I would say, yeah, it's bold and daring. We're walking straight into the den.
You are for folks who work for the government. So yeah, that's 1d6. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? Don't think so. I think it seems fine. Does the plan's detail kind of like expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
I would suggest a vulnerability. They're willing to do whatever they want to please their daughter. Basically, like, give her what she wants to see things their way.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So that's another d6. So you're at 3. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? I don't think they expected this. I don't think they're expecting an act like this. I think from what you probably gathered that, they're ready to spoil her. I don't think they expect their daughter to want out. So you're still at 3d6. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight this operation? Now that's for any one of you to chime in if you want to talk to a friend about whether they can help.
I don't think my two can.
Crystal, no, because probably not. No.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I think I was thinking of Crystal, but maybe she can help in once you get Carolyn back more, rather than getting her out of where she is.
Yes, I was thinking exactly like she can be of help on the way, but not like initially in researching the place
Yeah.
or something.
Didn't
go
you
on.
have an info trader, Ferret?
I
No.
do, but they
Oh,
work
yeah.
specifically in the mutant safety zone. pretty
Okay.
much.
I just
Yeah.
wondered if maybe
Otherwise, I
they
would have said yes.
might have rumors about like mutant super soldier children, that kind of thing.
Maybe she does. About like maybe some of the newer people were escaping this government program.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm willing to
Wanna-
tap that.
All right. So, where do you usually meet Tuesday?
Oh, at her house because that's where the cooking is.
I think as soon as you bundle in, she already has like soup prepared, as if like, or she's already in the middle of cooking because maybe like she sensed your presence on your way here.
Mm-hmm. And I think like with their mind reading power, like she even knows what I'm in the mood for, even if I don't.
Yeah, and I think as you kind of bundle in, she's already saying like, "Well, Shaniqua, busy with trouble again as always. Now, what can Dear Tuesday do for you?"
Have you heard anything? And she'll like name, I think, the government program that the girl might have described or like give the information for.
Hmm. I think this is. I feels like this is another fortune roll because
It could be Sway.
yes. So the thing with this is that this means that you're not gonna get any stress if this goes wrong. It just determines how good the info is.
Hmm.
I'm willing to give you another d6 because you're talking to a friend.
Okay. Let me submit that. That is a 5. Highest.
5. Sorry, say that again.
I got a 5 as my highest on those.
All right, 5. Okay, so I think when you say that, she she raises an eyebrow at you and says, "Well, I'm not one to ask on where you hear these things, Shaniqua, but I do believe that the rest of the world will find out soon enough that yes, the government is looking to make some mutants a bit more useful for them, so to speak. And yes, they're aiming young, is what I heard.
Mind controlled super soldiers. Sounds delightfully governmental.
And yeah, I think she gives you a grin as she puts the soup in front of you, and just says like, mind controlled super soldiers. Whatever will we do against something like that?
Probably either convert them or die. Seems like the usual options.
Never one to lay down, are you?
Well, it's very hard for me to get up. You see my size.
Yeah, I think the rest of what she'll tell you is that yes, the world is going to find out soon. It's just that they don't have as many candidates as they have, but the ones they have, they're going to move into making them to soldiers soon. So
Gotcha.
that's why Carolyn wants out very soon. So this could be the start of something. All right. So that kind of info, knowing the urgency of it, that's an extra d6, I'd say.
Okay, and would Will like to roll our engagement of 4d6?
4d6. Cool. I will have to add one more d6 in
You
my
can
pool.
just re-roll one of the purple ones I rolled if you'd like.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I can only see. I can't see your dice. Am I in a different?
No, I can see yours, but
I just need to resize my window. I think they've gone off my. I keep having it all shrunk because I'm on a laptop. So I'll just re-roll my 4. That's the highest is a 5.
All right. So
Yeah.
5. Let me scroll down. Okay. All right. Mixed result. You're in a risky position when the action starts. Okay. So I think we are going to start. All right, let me explain like where this place is. I think this is very much. You said you're coming for her like her birthday or something, or does she just ask to have you on as an act, Slaytina? Yeah. So this is probably the next day or two. Let's say the next day because it's urgent and probably Julie asked Carolyn to like pitch a fit. Um, um, so I think this is what's since this is a mixed result, I'll let you define it. What time of day do you think you all come in?
I think just like Slaytina is going undercover as a normie because she's making noise. She's not giving away that she's a mutant, and she will go like for sort of like a midday, like skirting um, the curfew. Like I have to work with muties. That they get paid less. They're more thankful for it. It's great for branding.
Nice. And I think yeah, so and the two the other two are their bodyguards. Um it's just the three of you coming in, and I think it's this nice like red brick mansion. Looks old. It's like it's only like 2 stories. It's not a McMansion, so to speak, but you can kind of tell already that there's quite a bit of security. Like um there's a couple of like nondescript cars parked outside, and when you're kind of ushered in, I think the person you meet is this man who looks like um I think he looks like in his entering his 50s. What if Aaron Eckhart looked like he's entering his 50s? He looks like someone who probably had a very powerful chin when he was young, but is slightly going to seed. And he meets you at the kind of like at the front door, and he's like, "You're a slave. You're Slaytina, Shanika." Sorry. I should have asked. Slaytina is not your stage name,
No,
right?
my stage name I think is ooh I'll just say Scream Queen.
You're the Scream Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Kween, darling. Make sure you get it right.
Sure. Right. Well, come in. You can set up there. Who are these two with you, ma'am?
And she points to Mist. Bodyguard. She points to Thinner. Charity case. Look, he's good for PR.
I think he gives you like a very thin smile. It's like, whatever. Come in. And I think you're gonna bundle through the house and go into like, no, I think you're bundled through. You barely see like the insides, and you're kind of out in the garden area. And this is kind of like, I'm imagining this garden area. You're near the coast, so to speak. So there's like just this wide rectangular garden. There's a bed of flowers to the left, and there is like a what looks like a makeshift stage and some chairs of patio furniture to the right, and in front of you is like a copse of like trees and whatnot. You can hear the coast going over there, and like this guy is like, all right, set up as much as you can. My daughter will be down soon. Your bodyguard might need to talk to my head of security here.
That's fine. Oh, darling. And she'll go over to Thinner. You're looking a bit ill. Um, where's the nearest bathroom for you guys? I know it's hard to tell, but when you've worked with them as long as I have.
All right. You go first door to the left, third door to the right. Please don't stick around for too long.
Well, with his baby, you heard him, but go on. And like she'll like basically give Thinner free reign to like wander around and find things if he wants.
And I think he calls in like your head of security to talk to you, Cherish, and you're gonna turn to them. And what does Aeon look like, Cherish?
Uh, I think he looks like a young man in his like 20s with like a mohawk,
God.
like a purple something mohawk, like right in the middle.
Yeah, I think he usually looks like that, but you can see like he's kind of undercover, and his hair is flattened back down, but he recognizes you, and you probably recognize him, and he raises an eyebrow, like, wait, what the hell are you doing here? And I think, what time is it? Actually, do you mind if I call 5 minutes? Because I actually do need to use the toilet, if that's okay. 5 minutes BRB, and then we'll see what happens to poor Thinner, who's now wandering around the halls. Also, well, are you gonna be allowed to wander around the halls? We'll see.
I'm looking for Carolyn, I guess.
Good luck with that. BRB.
Yeah.
All right, so let's kind of like very quickly find where everyone's position is. So, Shaniqua, you are setting up your act in the garden. What does this
Correct.
what does this kind of like entail for you?
I think she's checking the stage, making sure, like, it can support her weight, it can support her act, her dancing. It's not going to fall on her. It's not a shoddy wrestling stage where she'll get hurt, that kind of stuff.
Nice. And Thinner, you are going to the toilet, so to speak. All right. And then going to the toilet, and let's see where we go from there. And Cherish, you are kind of, I think how it happens is the head of security in this place, who you recognize as Aeon. He doesn't have his mohawk on, but you can clearly know him. Kind of takes you by the arm. And it's like, what the hell are you doing here?
I could ask you the very same question.
Cherish, I don't owe you an explanation. All you need to know is that you are bumbling into an owl operation right now. And I need to know what you're doing here, because it could jeopardize what we're doing here.
So, if you can tell me what your operation entails, who is the target, I can confirm or deny that will we get in trouble between ourselves or not. Hopefully, I think both of us are after someone else over here, so we could still work this out. So, who's your target here?
This sounds like a roll, because that's a lot of verbiage you just said right there. What are you rolling with?
Sway?
Yeah. I think it is. So yeah, that's 2d6. Let's see. Decision here. I think this is risky standard. You know this person. Risky because you're standing in. He's in disguise. You're in disguise. I think this is standard. Yeah, this is just a good old 5 out of 10 risky standard. You want to put? Yeah, are you down to 2d6? Oh.
That's a crit. Solid opening.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay, all right. So, when you say all that, it's like, all right, oh God, I forgot how you talk like that. All right, well, if you must know, and I can't believe you're here without really knowing it, the man that I'm working for at the moment, Mr. Nathaniel Fairchild. Do you even know what he does for the government?
I suppose some important project management. I'll just open my hands and
He's the head of the Mutant Task Force here in Chicago. We are in the home of the leader of the group, who is empowered by the government to police us in any way whatsoever.
Are you here to assassinate him?
Sorry, say that again?
Are you here to assassinate him?
I think he kind of bites his lip as I did. I think you can tell.
Well, I will try to stay out of your way. And I'm not here for that. We are here for something else. We can completely stay out of each other business.
I think he kind of narrows his eyes. It's like, well, no, come on. I told you why we're here. Oh, wait. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think... Yeah, no, he doesn't say that. I think he's like, right, well, if I'm here spitting my guts, Cherish, why in the hell are you and your friends... So I start to Shaniqua over there, who's, I don't know, what's she doing right now? Stretching or just... Yeah. Well, just so you know then, Cherish, whatever it is the hell you're doing here, this is not part of our operations. So just stay the hell out of our way.
I'll stay as far away as possible. I'm not going to interfere. Whatever you're doing, it's your business.
Right. Okay. We need to. All right. I think he's muttering and he's like, just 8:30. That's when everything explodes. So just do what you have to do.
We'll try. I will do my best to be here, to be out of here before this time. And I just like look at the watch. What time is it?
Hold on, let me roll. It is 7:30. So you got some time. Speaking of time, let's go to, well, not really speaking of time, I guess. I don't know how thinner can't control time. But speaking of time that's thinning out, all right, no, okay, let's cut the thinner. You're just walking around, right? You're not.
Yeah, Thinner is skulking around the house, trying to work out where Caroline might be, and hopefully trying to have a word with her before, events get underway in private.
Okay, I think this is going to be a roll as well, and I think it's less like it's gonna kind of determine how quickly you find her and what you'll kind of face or what sort of obstacles you might face.
I mean, could I make the argument that it's a survey roll?
Yeah, no, I was looking at that, and yes, definitely sounds like a survey roll.
Cool. So I have 1 in survey. Does that mean I just roll the 1 dice, or do I roll 2 because they roll 1 by default, right?
No, you just roll 1 because that's the only one you have. You can
Okay.
push yourself to get another die,
Can
or
I
you
help him by keeping the family busy and basically being very extra and making them focus on me?
all right, you'll take 1 stress for that.
Yes.
So that's 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's you.
How much stress can you take? Quite a lot, I guess.
You're still at the start. You can take some stress.
You know what? Why not? Oh.
Wait,
Roll.
hold on. I need the position.
Okay.
This is I think this is still risky standards. Things haven't completely exploded yet. Nothing untoward has happened yet. You're still in this kind of same neutral zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I won't. I'll allow Farrett just to take the stress, and I'll chicken out taking it myself. It's very self-centered.
All right. So
I get a 6.
Jesus Christ! What? Oh, okay. All right. Thankfully, Golden came in. I think you're going to be a good friend to these folks. All right. So on a 6, I think it's very noticeable where it is. Because you can hear the music. You can hear Shaniqua's music, playing as if kind of being played out. But it feels like it's like this music is kind of trapped in a tin can. Because what you see when you kind of turn around this corner is you see two guards in their security suits in their in their sunglasses. They're guarding a door. Well, it's not really a door. It's more like a big slab of iron. It's like a freezer door, and you can hear like Shaniqua's music playing through behind that door.
Hmm.
And then maybe I think also because this is a 6, you hear like one of their earpieces, one of the guards put her earpiece and say, 7:30 update, sir. Carolyn Fairchild's still in her room. You know exactly this is where Carolyn is.
Cool, but there are 2 guards outside of the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Thinner will go over to the door and to the guards and greet them and say, I'm here with the entertainment. We have a little thing that we do with. Is it a birthday? I can't remember. What's the?
No, she just called in. She just called this in.
I'm here to speak to young Miss Caroline. We have a thing that we do with our special guests, and if I could just have a few words with her, then we can make this a real day to remember.
Uh, this, you just you just walked up to them. What the fuck?
I thought I was better than trying to sneak in through a window or something,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. All right. This is. They look at you and what action is this? Come on.
Well, would this be sway, I suppose, right?
Yeah. You have you have none in your.
But do I take stress then to make a
Yeah.
roll in that?
You can push yourself or accept a devil's bargain.
Okay. Do you want to give me the devil's bargain? Is that how this works?
Okay. Yeah. You can you can choose either push yourself, which take 2 stress and you get a die,
Yeah.
or
No, I mean, do you describe the devil's bargain to me?
okay. Yeah. I can do that. All right. So.
Well, if you don't mind, I think I have one.
Ooh,
One
go
of
ahead.
these guards was someone that Thinner has actually beaten up before.
Yeah. Someone who maybe came down to the mutie fights
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
which is
Wow.
clearly not supposed to be allowed by the book, right? So
If you want to, you can accept that or just push yourself.
I will accept that. I
Wow.
think that's a fun thing to do.
All right, so you get 1 die, which is good because if you hadn't, you'd have to roll 2 and take the lowest.
I
You don't
see.
have anything in
Cool.
your sway.
So I just roll the 1 then.
Yes, and I think the position here is desperate standard. Like, come on. What?
6 again.
What? I think okay, all right. So the 2 guards, the one who recognizes you don't recognize him because he's wearing the sunglasses, but they look at you and they hear they kind of look at each other and say, "All right, you can come in and have a word with Miss Carolyn, but we will be in this room because this is desperate. The position is desperate, so they're just gonna say like, all right, you can come and collect Miss Carolyn, but we will be with you at all times. Is that clear?"
Perfectly, gentlemen. If you could let me in, I would be happy to get out of your hair and we can go on with the party.
Oh yeah. Mark 1 XP as well in result because you rolled a desperate action.
Thank you, Powell.
Okay, so yeah, they open the door and it's a complicated process. Putting on some codes, 2 handprints, and the door slides open, and you can see it looks like a perfectly nice room, but you can see like the bed is bolted on to the ground. All the furniture is bolted onto the ground, and it's a nice like I think it's painted like sky blue. This room, some stars, and some posters of completely not the music that Shaniko is of. I think it's like I don't know Everlast and other bluesy folk acoustic people.
Yeah,
And
well, she likes the golden oldies, I guess.
yeah, and
Classics.
but yeah, Shanika's music's playing, and Carolyn is jumping on the bed, kind of unenthusiastically, and then she stops jumping. It's like looks at it and it's like, what's this? And you see like she's a girl around 11, long blonde hair, but you see her eyes. Her eyes, her eyes look like they keep going. If you look into it, you can just see stars.
You took my line. I was going to say it's full of stars.
Yeah, you can see into forever.
Yeah.
So she looks at you. It's a weird look, and she's like, what's going on? Who are you?"
Well, Thinner will take a knee, and he's a very tall man, so this will still basically bring him up to head height for Caroline. And I'll say, "Well, hi, honey. I'm here with the Scream Queen, and we're here just for you. Now, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you. And did we give a name to the girl who gave us the mission?
Yeah, her name is Julie.
Julie. I have a friend named Julie who's about your age, and we just want to make sure that you have the best day possible with Queenie out there. Now, I have to ask, Do you have any friends here with you at the house?
So Julie sent you?
Yeah, Julie. You know, do you know someone named Julie? I really like Julie. She's a good friend of mine back home, and I bet you get along fine.
This is where the mixed result from that engagement role comes in, because as soon as you said Julie, her eyes kind of like dart very wordly at the two folks behind you, and the exterior says, "Confirmed. They came from the Mutant Safe Zone," and
Well, he says that, and I hear him say that, and Thinner just stops for a second, looks over his shoulder, and says, "Why, yes, officer, I am a law-abiding member of the community. Of course, I came from the Mutant Safe Zone."
um, and the guy who recognizes you takes off his sunglasses. You can see his big black eye.
Yeah.
And says, "Oh, don't worry. We know." Let's cut back to Shaniqua. So you're still kind of, you notice as you're setting up, Shaniqua, Slaytina, since we're on a mission. I think, oh no, you and Charisse are still in the garden. The two of you will notice there is, for this performance, there is quite a number of these men and women in suits just kind of casually coming into the garden, just setting up, or just like, for protection. And they're just kind of like, you can feel their eyes aren't on you, but the moment you do anything, their eyes just on you. Oh, go on.
Can the mother of the girl be there?
Yes.
Either one. And I think Shaniqua just like starts huffing and storms off stage and just like gets to one of the parents and points to the guards like, "This is bigotry. Just because I work with people from the Mutant Safe Zone, you're trying to do what? A show of force? Is this because I'm black?"
Wow. What are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to guilt them into letting their guard down. Literally.
All right. It sounds like a role to me.
Sounds like sway at the very least.
It's either that or command.
Yeah, I will push myself for this.
All right. I think if tell me which one you're going for, and I'll tell you the position.
Sway. I want them to feel guilty due to like societal pressure, not like I'm playing the race card, just like, I'm sliding it on the table.
I think this is going to be risky limited because you are in the place of power.
Yeah, then I will. Damn. Still, I'll try and see. Oh, go ahead.
I kind of want to like mix myself into this conversation and just like play to look like really ashamed, and just like say, Miss Queen, I feel that my presence like attracts more of the guards here. Maybe I should like excuse myself, and I feel really like not my place over here.
You're scaring. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I basically like want to like play like ashamed of like that they're like watching me, and I'm like causing this party to go down. Kind of like, I think it's kind of like helping into shaming them that they are actually making us uncomfortable, if they even care.
Yeah. With that help, I will still push myself, but I'm pushing the effect from limited to standard.
Okay, cool. All right, so Miss, take a stress for that help. That's yeah, roll away.
I got a 6.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. Clearly, things are gonna go your way. So, so you say this to Mrs. Fairchild, who just the most waspiest motherfucker in the universe.
My neighbors.
Yeah, they look like they were starched into existence. She hears that, and it's like, no, well, let me tell you, Miss Scream Queen, we do not mean for it to appear that and I think she's not the one, so she just starts clicking her fingers, and yeah, I think some of the guards do thin out. There's still quite a few, and she just says, "Oh, go on."
I think I'll try to comfort her. It's like, it's okay. It's just when microaggressions evolve into something that can become real aggression, we get a bit antsy. And I do support the community as best I can. And she pulls Mist close. Like, I want her to feel comfortable. I want them all to feel comfortable.
Those are very admirable goals, Miss Queen. It's just we always have to make sure of our security here. After all, with my husband's job, he has to take every extra precaution.
Don't worry. I mean, even with just being a rapper, I have to have bodyguards myself. I understand the need for protection.
Yeah, and I think and then she just nods. It's like, well, Carolyn should be out soon, and she'll see her new favorite artist. Apparently, she speaks very highly of you.
Oh, I've just started topping the charts. I'm so touched she wants me to play. I will scream my heart out for her.
I think sounds like she looks around as if like, oh no, the property values. But I think she'll nod, and it's like just kind of like nod at you to start setting stuff up. I do want to mention that I will ask, like, yeah, Carolyn's 11, she should be in the zone. The big thing here is what Julie, I think, mentioned is that she manifested recently. Like
yeah,
that.
no, I was thinking of it more as this is potential blackmail material for us, right? Because it's she should be, even if she just manifested recently, these guys are.
Well, if you want to think about that,
they're skirting the law, right? Because they're the government, they're the people in charge. They should be following the rules, right? If it was anybody else, she'd be in there immediately, but she's not.
Interesting. All right. Okay. So I think as Carolyn's mom kind of like busies herself out of there's probably like maybe 3 security guards around. But I think on the entrance back to the mansion, Sherry's, you see Aeon again, as if like he's directing like all the guards to come in, and he kind of nods at you as if to like just say, actually, I think you probably recognize this from when your time in the Owls. It's kind of like a look that says, change of plans.
Are we kind of like? I know that there are 3 guards in the garden, but are we like kind of like alone with Slaytina so that we can like whisper to each other?
Yeah, I think there's only like 2 guards, but they're not near you, so the 2 of you can whisper to each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go to the stage. It's far enough away from the guards.
Yeah, maybe as I'm like setting up some equipment, and just like say, the Owls are here. They're going to assassinate. This girl's father is the head of the task force. I worry what will happen if the Owls kill the head of the task force. It's going to be like dropping a nuke on all of us.
Yes, but they'll take the brunt of it, especially with the daughter going missing. They won't drop a nuke because she'll be seen as as precious.
So do you think we still go with the plan and don't interfere with their plan?
If they interfere with our plans, we fucking stop them.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, let's do it. Do you actually want the girl to come here, or should I go and try to exfiltrate her from her room?
Bring her here. I have a plan. Just get her close to the stage, and you two have Thinner be by the door. You do your shtick, and I'll do mine.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Cool. I think like, you notice like the first time like she's in tennis shoes. She looks like sort of a fly girl. She doesn't have the high heels on, so she can actually run if she needs to. No Jurassic World jungle heels here.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's cut back to Thinner then. So, Thinner, Carolyn is kind of behind you, and these two guards are in front of you. They pull out riot batons that are electrified because they
Okay.
just put it on, and and the guy you get who has a black eye is like, watch out for this one. He hits really hard. We just got to hit him as hard as we can.
Now, gentlemen, there is a child here. I don't think that this is the time or the place for you to have a rematch, which I am happy to do at any occasion.
You don't have a say in this, mutant. And they're marching forward towards you. What do you do?
So, I think he's just going to try and neutralize them as fast as possible, basically. And even if that means taking a couple of blows from them just to sort of crack their heads. He'll do the actual crack their heads together with both of his long, thin arms.
All right.
Tell me how I do for this endurance.
Well, you tell me what you're rolling with.
Well, I imagine that is a skirmish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I think because you've fought one of them you fought before. So I think this is going to be risky great because you're kind of in your element. You can punch people. Yeah, that's a position. Risky great. Yeah, 2d6. You can be fine with that.
Cool. Would this require me to use the strongest there is, my massive strength? I choose what level of harm to deal to my opponent, so I choose that I'm dealing the level of harm to neutralize them.
Yeah, I think yes, because you're very strong. So
yeah. I'm not gonna I don't want to kill them or just hurt them. I want to literally do this specific thing. So it's that's why I feel maybe that particular move. And do I then to use the special ability? That
mark
is
you mark a tick on your flare clock.
Cool. Okay, and that means I still roll 2 dice for my thingy. And you know what? I feel this is quite important. So I roll. I'll push myself for 1 stress. Is it to push myself for an extra dice? 2 stress. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. I have to start taking stress at some point, right?
You can take the stress. Come on.
Yeah. I'm just doing that usual I keep those bars as empty as possible, right? That is a 5.
5. Okay. All right. So 5 is still a mixed success. Hold on. I will just want to make sure that it is because yeah, I think yeah. Just want to make sure. All right, 5. So it's a mixed success. So what that means is, all right. So describe to me how you're dealing with these two blokes.
Literally just standing in front of the girl, waiting for them to get in close, and then as they both reach back with their batons to try and get me, he just harms to shoot straight out and grabs them, but he's kept his hands behind his back so they don't know how long his reach is, and just slam both of their heads together like coconuts.
Ooh. I think as you kind of slam, as they fall to the ground, one of their earpiece pops out, and you can just barely hear someone saying Agent Marcus, call in. Do you copy? We're sending reinforcements your way, Marcus. And Carolyn's just like, did you kill them?
Well, let's say no and work from there, yeah? I think it's time to go now, honey.
Okay. I think she digs under her bed and she has a knapsack on. She's ready for this. It's like, where are you taking me?
Down the river, Huckleberry Finn. Let's go.
What? All right. So I think so. Slaytina, you sent Mist off, right? To look for...
No, Mist was staying with me. But I think we see the guards heading into the house.
Yeah.
And Slaytina will just sigh. I'd hope to at least get one song on. And she pulls out a microphone. Testing. Twist it. Testing. Twist it until it starts like screeching that horrible sound. And I will spend one flare to activate Rupture. And I'm going to affect everyone, but I'm trying to like make it like go throughout the sound system that's out here in the park. So like everyone but me and Mist, if that's good, will be affected with vertigo, confusion, and intense pain for a few moments.
Nice. I think what this kind of does is this is gonna like raise a bunch of effect and stuff as you're doing stuff. So yeah, this ringing starts, and yeah, the two guards near you double over. I think as you're running with the Carolyn thinner, you run into a corridor, bunch of dudes, and you hear ringing, and I think you probably maybe like you're probably you. I can accept like maybe like a flashback to like maybe Slaytina's telling everyone this plan and telling her, yo,
I think she can just. It says you can exclude whoever you want from the
ooh,
top. So like I think it's just that Thinner and Carolyn just hear that it's like nails on a chalkboard, but it's just annoying. It's not the rupture power that I'm focusing on everyone but those in our team.
nice. Okay. Thinner, where are you taking Carolyn?
I just wanted to point out I've got an extra hour, so the thing I needed to go for has been pushed back. So
Oh, fab. All right.
Yep.
So I need to figure out a way to elongate this to another hour. No, I'm kidding.
So I am taking Carolyn straight to the back to our vehicle, right? Like I'm trying to get out of here, you know, like
You're gonna leave your two behind?
Oh no, we were running like to the door past these guards. I mean, they've seen us be mutants. They've seen me be a mutant. I'm not staying around to be batoned or shot.
Yeah. I literally have a child that I'm about to effectively kidnap, and I've just knocked out two guards. You know, it's either fight them all or run, basically, right? So
Yeah.
it's run time.
I think as you're running, as maybe all of you are running, you get to like the opening, the entrance hall, so to speak. I'm imagining like nice like polished floors, and there's a staircase leading up. When you kind of get to the front door, you just hear someone shout, "Stop! Or I'll kill your fellow mutant." And if you turn around, you see like Nathaniel Fairchild, head of the mutant task force. He's got a gun and he's got Aeon underneath on his arm. Ears are ringing, but you can see that Nathaniel has earplugs because he's prepared for this sort of shit. And
He just doesn't like rap.
did I say that again?
He just doesn't like rap.
No, he doesn't. But yeah, he's got a gun and Aeon, and he's like, I did not spend the last couple of months letting this shit into my house, only to let a couple more shits like you run away with my
Shut
daughter.
up, Flair. He's silent. He can't speak or communicate with anyone.
Wow.
But that's certainly going to de-escalate things, right?
I feel like he should have a response. He should respond to that. So he's going to shoot Aeon on the leg.
Oh, I should have silenced Aeon. That'll probably be a loud scream. The gunshot makes no noise, but hey.
Yeah, he's gonna scream, and he's like, "What the?"
So this is on the stairs, right?
Yeah, I'll go on. Cherish, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, like I still have a mixed feelings about what Aeon is doing here, but this will give us perfect plausibility. So I think we see Cherish just like look at this head of task force, who probably we know from billboards, videos, and his team, like just getting in, punching people, and doing out of focus. So she has no love for him, and we see her like eyes flip to the white side, and suddenly I'm activating my power. You focus all of your energy into casting target into an illusion. While active, they cannot perceive and they change in reality until the illusion is released. So we see the same situation, but like different. This guy is right now in the illusion. He can shout, he can do whatever he wants, but in reality he just like stands there and does really nothing. And I'm just like standing there holding my head and I just look at Slaytina and I just like show her to shut this thing off.
And Slaytina will look at Thinner, pick up Mist, and I'll look at Carolyn. Okay, come on, come with us.
I think she's already nodding like she asked for you to go. You're gonna leave poor Aeon just bleeding.
I'm just like as I'm following them, I just look at Aeon and I just like show to him the pistol sign, and I just say, and I just like start walking towards after the team, but it's like really hard walking while maintaining this power. But I just like show to him to like do whatever he wants, and then they're like trying to still keep it up for a couple of more seconds, and as I'm making my escape as well.
I want Thinner to like hold you.
Yeah, if you don't mind, can I be bodyguard carrying you?
Sure.
Yeah, like you're Tina Turner, and I'm.
I like the sideways thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
I think the last thing you'll probably see, you probably see this, Slaytina. Aeon's gesturing at you two at Carolyn as if to say like, don't take her away before I do this, as her dad is still like in the position.
Yeah. I think like we leave, like we do hear, if it's okay for me to say, like a gunshot that Slaytina is like, oh.
Yeah, you hear gunshots as you kind of bundled into the car, getting out, and there's probably just a lot of noise, some explosions. The owls planned something anyway, but yeah, and I think you're kind of in this car, and Carolyn's, and everyone can see like her star eyes. She's kind of clutching the knapsack she had just to herself.
Well, party's over, little girl. Let's get going. And I'm flooring it.
Yeah, she's probably about to say something sad because she's a little girl who anyway, but you floor it and all right. So that sounds like a successful job. Let's
Yeah.
Let me see. After the job, since we have some time here, yeah, I did plan for this to be like fairly quick. So
yeah, I'm sorry. I literally found out 5 minutes ago.
No, it's fine. No worries. Yeah. So we can do after the job anyway, so you can see what it's like. So
that does take some time, and we only have like 30 minutes left. So I mean, it could. Since it's the first time, it may take some time.
All right, yeah. So heat. As you complete jobs and move forward through the game, your heat increases.
We probably gained some heat from this.
Probably. You know, after a job or conflict with an opponent, the crew takes heat. Use the tables below to calculate how much. Heat does not increase more than once for each occurrence. Okay, so you took a job against a high-profile or well-connected target. You didn't know they were well connected, but you did. So 1, your job happened in a human zone. 2, items you stole need to be fenced. No, I don't think so. You stole a child, but I don't think she wants to be fenced. Your crew killed someone. Technically, they didn't. They didn't kill anyone. Thankfully, Thinner used a bit of finesse, so to speak. A high-profile, well-connected target saw and can remember a member or members of your crew using your ability. Now, this is the yeah, that's 3. You use a 3-cost mutant ability. No one has that yet. Law enforcement identified a member or members of your crew. Yeah, it's 4. Jesus Christ. Your crew was caught using their powers on camera. I'm gonna say they're the type of family probably has CCTV. But the thing is, I didn't flag it, so I can.
They probably
Uh,
would keep this CC stuff closed. Like the government probably sees it, but not the local law enforcement.
yeah. So still, a member of your crew dies during a mission is left behind. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Um. Okay. All right. So
For all the session, I really wanted to mess with the security system. So if we want, we can like do it like as the flashback, as some like dismantling the security, because I was thinking about it all the time. There was just never a moment to do it.
okay. I'll allow that if you take some stress for it. Let's say 2 stress, because that sounds
Yeah.
like a complex flashback. Anyway.
Yes, definitely wonderful.
Nice. All right. So that's okay. So you're down to 3 heat, which is good, because that keeps you at wanted level 1. Okay. So I'll roll an engagement, and you will be engaged by whatever. But I think.
So do you like know the heat somewhere, or does the heat only is used in this entanglement
I
here?
should note it down somewhere. I'll note it down in this city tab.
Because I'm not sure if it's like. Yeah, I have no idea how the heat works in this game, so hard to say.
Basically, it determines entanglements. Those are things that will happen during downtime. And there's a table.
Okay.
I got to roll depending on how much heat you have. Yeah,
Just not sure if you notice that some of these things are 2 heat. I think like this law enforcement sounds like a +2 heat and not +1.
Oh yeah. It's not formatted well.
Yeah, it's hard to say where the +2 heat starts.
I think each one. Okay, I see. Yeah. I think +2 heat starts with a high profile thing. So technically, you have 4 heat then.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, no, 4 heat. That's not too bad. Oh, I got to roll 2 dice. Okay. But payoff. I think the littles, because this is where the job came from, their pool, they will give you, I think, a total of. Let's see. Hold on.
3 cash.
Is there any guideline for this?
Is there any what? Sorry.
I'm just looking if there is any advice for how much cash we should get, but there's none.
Yeah, there is none. I think, this is more blade stuff. I think I should have mentioned how much you're getting. Oh, Google Docs. I don't want to be near you. Payoff. Oh, payoff is only mentioned once. I think I will mention all the stuff that's missing here to DC for sure. I think there's feedback still good. I think this, feedback is gonna be good. All right, so I think you'll give enough money to each. You get 2 cash each.
Damn.
And because you complete a job for the littles, that unlocks a thing. Let me check. Littles. When this community's progress card is complete, which was 1 tick, you can add a D6 when making an engagement roll. Not that y'all need it, because you keep rolling damn 6s. Honestly, that job probably would have been less quick.
Yeah.
Christ on a bike.
All right. Harley Calm Marlin rides again.
Damn Marlin. I'm gonna roll entanglement, so you'll know what to expect next session. So I think, let's see, and I'm gonna roll physical dice because that's always fun. So I'll roll this entanglements, and I think I want like one last shot, one last scene if you want before we wrap up, since we're only here for like next 20. Well, it's still time, but like I don't want to like do downtime right now. Or maybe I do because we're having 2 people come on next week.
I mean, if you guys have got 25 minutes, why don't we do it, right?
Yeah, just
because like we got time to kill.
Yeah, I'm saying if we have extra time, we could like do the downtime off camera.
Yeah, just.
Oh, for streaming, aren't we? Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, no worries. I think we can probably do it off camera. Just tell me what you're gonna do, and so we can have it on broadcast. But I'll roll entanglements first before we talk about that. So, do you want to know what I rolled?
Is it a 6?
It might be a 6. So, on your next job, you will face the enemies will have enlisted an EMP. Yay! And you just heard about child soldiers. So.
Yeah, that's a pretty like what Project Prodigy sends its Prodigy even sends its leading light to deal with the crew and get back Christine.
Yeah. Wow, it actually fits where we're going. That's cool. All right. Let's see. Let's do. And tell me what you want to do for downtime, because I do think I don't want to take up next week's time when we have 2 more people with like more stuff from this week. So yeah, we have some time. Let's do a bit of downtime. At least one activity each, or one action each.
I'm going to reduce stress because I was going to reduce stress and reduce heat. That was what my plan.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. How do you actually reduce heat?
We don't have five cash. I mean, all of us can pull in cash so that we can spend
I
it.
forgot you rolled. I forgot that you had to spend cash. So
But
yeah.
I have no idea how the wanted works in this game.
Basically, wanted level 1 is heat from 0 to 3. Wanted level 2 is heat 4 to 5. Wanted level 3 is 6+. You are on the cusp. Okay,
Yeah, but
wanted level.
I'm so confused how the hit works in this game. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm taking it as that you get +1 for the first 4 in that list, +2 if you any for the next 3, and +3 for the last 2. That's how I'm seeing it anyway. I'll ask to clarify. I think DC has their DMs open. I'll just DM them and hope they're nice. I heard they're nice. All right. So yeah, I think we'll deal with Carolyn and where she goes next session. What happens to her? Because I think there's still stuff to do there. But yeah, you want to indulge?
Yes, I am dropping extra big, extra large lovin' on the on Better Midler's underground radio cast. And is it? I think like if anyone, I can add 1 die to reducing stress if someone wants to indulge with me. Does anyone want to come to the release party?
Sure.
Okay. So let me hope I don't overindulge.
Roll dice.
Woohoo! I got a 3. I think that's exactly how much stress I have.
Wait, really?
Yes, I got a 3. That's exactly how much stress I have.
Why is this dice roller being nice to you? Maybe I should just roll for y'all. Clearly, these dice hate you. But this fucking Cayman here. All right. So, what does this launch party look like? And I want to know what you and Thinner are doing in this damn launch party.
I think like Shaniqua is making it like Thinner look like it. He is there to be the yin to her yang. She is big, loud, and boisterous, and Thinner is tall, lanky, and reading a book. And I think it's like almost performance art. Like, she's dropping her single Big Booty Girls Move the World, and Thinner's just like reading Waiting for Godot. And like it's a performance piece while we like walk on stage. And like it, as Better Middler taught me, add some drag personifications on it, make it lit. And like the mutants are just cheering, and she's like throwing the flash drives into the audience for them to like have the free recordings.
Nice. Harrison, is this your kind of music?
Not particularly, but it's Shaniqua's kind of music, and it's Shaniqua's music, and that's Harrison's kind of thing, So he's just enjoying that she's enjoying it, and that she's somewhere where she can be herself, right? So that's what's important to him.
Aww.
Player stress then. All right, Cherish, what are you doing in your downtime?
I actually want to start a long-term project and also relieve my stress, hoping that I will overindulge, because why not? There are some cool options for there.
All right, what's your project?
My project, I had some cool idea and I forgot it. I had something with my heritage. Yeah, I actually wanted to start like a puppet theater for the. I wanted to like organize a puppet theater for the mutant kids, so that they have some entertainment, and we can tell them stories because stories are important. So yeah, I want to like launch the initiative of launching like a puppet theater.
Yeah, I think that's very doable. I think that's a 6-step clock. That seems like the average, and that seems very doable. Let's have you roll. Yeah, let's have you roll. Let's see. What are you doing to make this puppet theater, and like what trait?
I think my first step is like organizing a place. So I probably went to the actual community center, and I'm like trying to negotiate with someone over there for like renting a room, or maybe for like a place, because our place is still like run down and not finished, and we probably like don't want to use it because it's our base. So I'm like talking with someone at the community center of like renting one of their like bigger rooms so that we can like organize there, and I can like bring the other artists and we can practice, so that we have a place over there. So I think I'm negotiating. I think I'm using Sway for this. Because,
All right.
because I don't have any people I know there. Roll Sway. Mark both. Reroll. Oh, double ones.
Oh, finally. Where were you? And they were okay. So you want to mark one segment. So I think yeah, they're looking at this idea like, really? Puppet theater? Yeah, you're gonna need to work on that just a bit more to convince folks. Like, I mean, the clinic there needs more stuff. Puppet theater, really? Okay, well, you do you, Cherise. You do you. I think that's kind of the vibe. Also, I think I figured out heat because there's a line here that says heat does not increase more than once for each occurrence. So I think what that means is that if you hit any one of the list in the +1, you could just get +1, and if you hit anything in the +2, you get +2. So you don't actually have 4 heat; you only have 3. So you sadly you will not meet the enlisted EMP. Instead, what happens is one of your other community emissary has been kidnapped, and that's going to be your next job. I wonder which one. Maybe the ones who just assassinated someone. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe the guy you left behind. Wow, this is actually working out really well. Surprisingly well. Okay, all right. Of course, if Cherise wants to save their rival, we'll see. Yeah, Harrison, do you have a downtime activity?
So how does XP work? Because I marked one for desperate action, and then I marked another one because I addressed the challenge with strength and durability.
Oh, okay. When the desperate action, you mark it in the you see how the traits there, the actions, they're under insight, prowess, or resolve. Whenever you roll a desperate action under any one of those,
Okay.
you mark XP, and I see yours doesn't have any of the boxes, and I think I messed up and deleted some of the boxes. That's my bad again.
I see the boxes that you're talking about now. I was thinking, what are you talking about? There's no boxes there.
Copy from Mist.
Yeah, Mist has those boxes. That's my bad. I don't know why I deleted those, but yeah, I think just mark in your notes that you add an XP to.
It was Sway, I think, that I rolled.
Sway.
And I did. Yeah, so that'd be a mark to resolve.
Yeah, and yeah, that's for when I roll desperate action. For the other ones, when you address a challenge, etc., that's in playbook advancement that you mark.
Okay, cool.
You can tell it's hard to like level up in Fortune.
Yeah. So if I train, then I can add another playbook advancement, right? How did we decide how we reset Flare? Does that just reset every session, I guess?
I'll think about how. You know what? I have some questions I ask DC anyway, so I'll ask them.
Just because I don't rate my chances of rolling the right 2 stress to resolve that, so I think I'll just take 2 stress into the next session. So I'll just train twice, and I will add a. I know I can't do, I think, the same type of training, so I have to take it in one of my attributes rather than playbook advancement, and I will take it in prowess. So I'll boost. I'll track resolve and prowess one more.
Also, yeah. I forgot. Like you have like at the end of actually no, let's save it at the end of the job. You have like when you do this in the job, you get XP. Down at the bottom, I forgot about those. Sorry about. So, yeah, let's finish downtime first. You have any more actions? I think Shiniko, you have one more.
I decided to just train since we're not that high at heat, so I got 1 XP.
All right. Let's go through like the mark XP stuff, and then we'll wrap up here. Let's start with you, Miss. So you didn't roll a desperate action, but did you address a challenge through bending perception and reality?
I just wanted to complete the downtime by doing the second action, which is like the.
Oh yes, yeah.
I forgot how this named. Indulge Vice, unless we want to not leave it for next session.
No. Let's do it now because it's just a straight roll.
I think I will continue what I've started. We are finishing this graffiti on the wall because so far we had like the DJ booth and the Slaytina over there, and now we are like enlarging this to add like a dance floor and it just looks cool on our building.
I will help you and give you an extra die just by posing and, giving the good opinion.
Oh, so you can like help anyone indulge the Vice?
Yeah, any person, like only any amount of people can help you, but no matter, you will only get 1 extra dice if people help you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
2d6.
So you roll 2 d6 instead of just 1.
Cool. Now I can definitely overindulge. Let's see. Yeah, 6.
All right. So, overindulge. What did you do? How did you overindulge? What did you do?
I think I really want to attract some trouble. Select or roll additional entanglements.
Do you want to select or roll?
Because I think people knew that Slaytina was involved over there because I think you were not like incognito there. Yes, this was like your artist name.
Yeah, this was Scream Queen, my artist name.
Yeah, and I just like painted your Scream Queen over this like graffiti, so it's like signalizing, yes, Scream Queen can be found over here. So unfortunately, it's bring us some trouble.
Well, it could be also like you added to the picture like the guards and the police people like holding their ears and going down at my noise.
Yeah. Yes, exactly this. I went like over the board. There's like all these people on this ceiling, and some people think that they're just like having fun with the party, but we know that they were like hiding from the screen.
Yeah, if you're close enough, there's like nosebleeds.
Wow.
Yeah, so feel free to roll another fun for us.
Okay, all right. Well, you still want the level 1, so let me actually rectify that in the city that you only have. Oh yeah, you only have 3. Fab. All right. So 1 die. Oh come on. How do you even? All right. So there are 2 people who might be kidnapped by the purists.
Maybe like
Not Tuesday, is it?
just select the other one. Just
Just make this simpler.
I think the first one really fits. The word spreads of EMPs. Like, come on, the head of the task force was killed, and
no, that makes sense.
He was missing. It's like
that means it'll negate the bonus you got from helping out the littles. So,
unfortunately, next time.
Unfortunately, because you gotta put so much effort into rescuing Aeon or whoever's kidnapped, or whoever could it be, I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, XP wise, I didn't roll any desperate. I did address challenge for bending perception and reality because I put the head of the task force in his own illusion, while my frenemy murdered him. So I think I did address challenge with bending perception and reality. That's my only XP this session. I'm not sure where I will throw it yet.
No. I think, if I may, let me check. You probably had XP with a ambition because you didn't let us know that this was going on. I think you wanted to prove yourself to Aeon. Maybe.
Cause problem with your obsession, ambition, or fault in this.
Yeah, you didn't really tell anyone that Owl was here until the last minute. Did you?
I think he told him as soon as he could do.
Oh no, yeah.
Never mind then. So yeah, just one.
Yeah, unfortunately, caused problem with obsession, ambition. I thought that the disregard was different about addressing heritage. Wait,
There might be some leftover from the blade sheet. I'll do another pass.
Okay.
And see what might be left over.
Okay, but anyway, it's caused trouble with obsession, ambition, or fault during the session. I think I caused too much trouble to us, so no, that's only 1 XP for me.
Yeah. On mine, I think I did with stealth by getting us in under the guise of, a performance.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was very loud and bombastic, is what I do.
How could you not be? I know who you are.
You say that now.
Well, surprise me then. Anyway, yeah, that totally counts.
Knock on the door.
All right, and yeah, the thinner to Harrison.
So I've already given myself 1 for the address the challenge via strength and durability.
Mm-hmm.
I think I also use my powers and actions to defend the helpless because I helped out Christine.
So, Carolyn. But
Carolyn, sorry, I keep on saying Christine. Yeah.
No worries. I think that counts. You're basically her knight in shining. You basically saved her, from that place. Yeah, definitely count that.
So I don't really get beliefs, drives, heritage, or background in this content. I feels like
leftover
from Blades.
That is leftover from Blades. I'm looking at the playbook sheets. I will do another pass. I'll replace those. It should be you struggled with issues from your traumas. Wait. If you struggled issues with your traumas, heritage, or background. I think the Worldbreaker was the last one that I was meant to be doing, and I think it just kind of slipped my mind. That's on me. Apologies for that, but yeah, I'll do another pass and make sure it's all set.
Cool, but yeah, I think we're good, right?
I think that's it. We've done downtime. You've saved the girl. You helped. You abetted, not helped, I guess. Well, no, you did. You did. You totally did help. Totally abetted the assassination of the head of the Mutant Task Force. Good job. You launched another album. Most importantly, you saved the girl. So that's the most important part. There we go. Who didn't want to be there? And next week.
And helped murder her father.
Yeah. So next week, we'll be joined by 2 more people, Ludo and Slavik. That's going to be fun. That means I should ramp up the difficulty of these jobs a bit more, and then we'll see. We'll see how it all collapses. But thank you very much for anyone watching. Thanks to you all for playing. You all were fab. It wasn't a broadcast, but there was just like a good 10-minute world building session where the 3 of you were just like yes ending each other. So that's great. I just want to say that on the record because you all are fab. It's my first time playing with yourself, Will. Right, that's great. I hope to see you more games. I'll see you all next week. I'm gonna stop the broadcast. Stop babbling. Thank you all so much. I'll say goodbye to yourself, YouTube. Goodbye.